5-game win streak at home.
Yeah, we talk about that 10-game stretch. Only 2 of those games have been on the road. Raquel turned away. Big rebound to Silverberg. And a couple of point-blank saves for Niemi to start the hockey game. The other end, Andrew Desjardins had a goal in the Sharks win against St. Louis on Saturday.
Kinds of pressure, forcing turnovers. Both clubs have turned pucks over in the neutral zone.
San Jose is 3rd in the league in giveaways entering tonight. Here's a chance for Marleau, and he hit the post. That puck just filtered through a couple different...
The release of that shot.
Valesky storms into the near corner of the San Jose zone, tries to drop it back. Thornton intercepts, angles it off the boards. 2-on-1, maybe 3-on-1. Hurdle finds Pavelski. Shot, glove save, Anderson! Into the San Jose zone, has it denied by Braun, but there's Smith-Pelly to get to it. Devontae curls it below the goal line. Maroon drags it with him. Pat Maroon was a +1 in Ottawa on Friday, and he got it to Lindholm, who shot ricochets across. I don't think it ever got to Niemi. Or Silverberg goes behind the net. Cogliano drives the slot, and the behind-the-back pass from Raquel missed him. Hurdle rims it around and in. Raquel spun around, can't get to it. Braun holds it in. His backhander absorbed by Frederik Andersen. To Cam Fowler, there's just a comfort level there that is apparent to watch those two play. A block shot sends the Ducks again into the San Jose zone. Getzlaf takes the shot that snaps it with Smith-Pelly parked in front. Now it's blown dead. I think the clear went into the San Jose bench, and then pushing and shoving after the whistle. Big John Scott and Tim Jackman being kept apart. Stoner has a hold of time again.
Time again's a pretty tough customer, and he and Stoner, they're going to go.
McGinn has seen limited NHL time in his 3 years in the league. Stoner caught a little off guard as McGinn gets in close.
McGinn thought about taking the visor off. Stoner took it off for him.
Now he's delivering right hands. Clayton Stoner has McGinn with his head down. Now he goes to the left hand. McGinn's game. He stays on his feet. Stoner goes to the uppercut. McGinn won't quit. They wrestle to the ice. That was big time.
Top of the goal crease, and if there's a little bit of contact with the goaltender, so be it.
Desjardins again carries into the Anaheim zone off the wing. Anderson tried to steer it aside, but it stuck to the netminder. And again, there's contact with the Anaheim goalie. And now the Ducks at a little bit of a disadvantage, to say the least. Brendan Dillon, top of the right circle. Again for Burns, one-timer. Fought off by Anderson, and the rebound snuck back to him. And a good puck battle at the side of the net. Rick Anderson, in part, still scoreless here with under 5 to go in the opening period. Edom got a stick on it, but it still comes out of the San Jose zone. Nice pass to him from Kessler. He's in on the backhand, and Niemi steps out to make the stop. Around the boards, Joe Thornton, cross-ice pass, an area pass. Ahead to Dillon, who joins the rush. Thornton sweeps it back for Hurdle, knocked away, but Pavelski holds it in. Burns got it to the net. Steered aside by Anderson, who got a good read and converged upon by 2 Duck penalty killers. Fowler tries to chip it ahead, but not out. Marleau and Couture, his stick was lifted by Silverberg. Burns will hold it in. Just a shade under a minute to go now in the opening period. Ducks win the draw. Valesky gets it to the net. May not have even been on the mark, but Niemi says, I can catch it, so he does. On the year for Vlasic. That leads all Sharks. Last year, he was +31. Thornton the other way, trying to use the defense as a screen, and that's kicked aside by Anderson. Oh, he makes a couple of great saves as Hurdle got to the loose puck.
What a stop at
Ducks. He was very engaged. Blocked a couple of shots. Now it's Getzlaf turning on the Jets, releasing on the puck and gaining the San Jose line. Dusts it off. Great save with a right pad by Niemi, and the rebound was right there in the slot. Unable to any more behind the net. Uses the dasher. Able to find Thompson. His clearing attempt kicked back by Desjardins, but Thompson gets a second effort to get it to center, and he gets dispatched right there by Big John Scott. And now turned defenseman again, hands it off, and a long wrist shot is wide, comes off the end boards. Anderson trying to close the legs on it, can't. Pavelski got it back to Burns. Near side, Thornton tries to go back across again, and that was denied. Dillon fakes it, Burns takes it. Save, Anderson, rebound. High over top off the stick of Gaudreau. Shepard down in the corner, Ducks recover possession. Stoner to the net, kick save, Niemi. trying to get a tip on it was Maroon.
Both goaltenders this period have had some rebounds lying around the front of the net.
Turnover in the neutral zone. Back on the Ducks. Stoner. Long wrist shot. Stick save made. Corner to San Jose. Braun leans on him. He keeps it going along the boards and gets it back from Bolesky. Edom turns away. Knifes it up on the glass. It comes right into the goal crease. And the Ducks score! A strange bounce and a fortuitous one. Ricard Raquel has his first NHL goal.
Away from Braun, and Braun can't tie up his stick. Kind of a strange play, but a huge goal for Anaheim as they strike first. It was Braun actually knocked the puck off the stick.
By the Ducks. Bachman takes the wrist shot and it flutters off the stick of Marleau, who broke his stick. And Anaheim now on the power play, working against the defensive player without a stick. Getzlaf settles it. He and Botman out high. Finds a seam off the post from Kessler. Bolesky steps in and wins it. Fowler able to get there. He was in a little bit of no man's land whether to go after the puck. And ripped by Bolesky on a nice setup by Raquel. Silverberg. Thompson waiting for a bouncing puck to settle. Gets help from Cogliano. And the cross-corner dump is swept away by Brendan Dillon. Pavelski 2-on-2, joined by Tomas Hertl, and a glove save by Anderson.
You have got to be so alert. When you are the back checker, identify who your responsibility is early.
Maroon intercepts at center. Ducks are onside. Here's Getzlaf. Backhands it in front, and Maroon turned away by Niemi.
Great pass again by Getzlaf. Pavelski has Thornton. It's got Hertl. Two big, powerful guys down low. He wants Stoner there.
Thornton's shot snapped out of the air by the glove of Frederik Andersen. And the cross-ice pass broken up. Pavelski just taps it out. He's at the end of his shift. Ducks try to catch him, and quickly back comes Raquel from Lindholm. Shot fought off by the blocker of Niemi.
That's a big stop by Antti Niemi.
And the ice not good late in the period. Anaheim hasn't been able to make a couple of passes on this power play.
Yeah, puck will not sit flat.
Cannon's out of the box. Goodrow trickles one to the net, and a big rebound right there, and a couple of bids for Hertl.
Difference maker.
A shorthanded goal as well scored by the Sharks amongst those as they work it around in the Anaheim zone. Thornton finds Burns. His shot tipped in. Pavelski with yet another on the power play, and we're tied.
In front of the Anaheim goal crease. See if Joe Pavelski knocks this out of midair. Boy, hard to tell from that angle. Maybe we'll get a better look at it right here. Yep, there it is. It's about a foot off the ice.
And is rocketed through the middle, tipped back the other way, and Bork able to nullify the icing as he races with Braun. Turned over, Getzlaf alone in front, and a sprawling save by Niemi.
What a stop with the right leg.
Ducks bring it right back in. Getzlaf finds Smith-Pelly off the wing. Back for Lindholm. Got it across to Maroon. Too many white sweaters in the way. And now Silverberg tips it deep the other way. Burns under duress, able to find Dillon.
He got lucky there. He did not get much on that little chip past Cogliano.
Carlson scores! His first NHL goal.
NHL goals, Melker Karlsson just buries his head, and Freddie Andersen plays it too casual. It's a 5-hole goal from long range. One that he's going to stop 99 times.
The mask of Niemi. Ducks recover again. Silverberg from the line. Fat rebound for Raquel. Batted away as at the top of the crease was Niemi. Getzlaf circles with it as Anaheim finishes changes. Gunned the length of the ice. Lovejoy gets inside, rips it, and out steps Niemi. He's looking around, but he's got the puck, and he gets the for Cogliano to try to get in front. Raquel pinned to the boards. As soon as he played it, around it comes. Silverberg has it again to the net. Punched away by the blocker of Niemi. That's exactly what you were just saying.
Adversity, getting people back after the Christmas break, which is great, but right now there's the matter of these 2 points.
For Cologne in front, score! What a pass by Getzlaf!
He picks him up. Everyone watching the puck. When Ryan Getzlaf gets to it, Fowler all of of a sudden appears on the doorstep, and what a pass by Getzlaf, and a beautiful finish by Cam Fowler. Boy, he shows tremendous patience, goes to the backhand, and just slips it home.
And he will not get points for the celebration. Ahead for Thornton, and Stoner steps in front of him. Thornton able to keep the puck alive along the boards, back to the line. Vlasic's shot, friendly fire, that hit Hurdle in front. A high stick hit Bolesky, and Anderson has to make a big save on Thornton. It's left in regulation. Getzlaf drifts down the right wing half wall. Tries to feed it in front, it's deflected back. Trying to glove it out, Wingles, he can't get it by Botman. Here's Kessler. Glove save, Niemi!
What a stop. What a stop by Niemi.
Botman, shot blocked by Hannon behind the net. Kessler gets it in front. Off the skate of Bolesky as he was coming down the slot. Fired out of the corner by Kessler, and a stick save by Niemi. The Sharks feel like they've accomplished something. Get to the middle, fires wide.
Niemi never saw it. He did not move on the shot by Getzlaf.
Kessler knocked down. The penalty is over to Burns. Maroon digs it out of the corner. Kessler looks up. Score! Shot.
And knew that he had to let her rip, and it's perfect. They were thinking top shelf against Antti Niemi in this game tonight, and Ryan Kessler picked a spot. Boy, did he drill it. It'll be a good Christmas, John. These players are going to love this win tonight, a comeback victory over